Yo, 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 ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the Unprofessional Breakdown. And today I got Trevor Dunn in the building.
Hey,
Yo,
what's going
Trev,
on?
thanks for coming through, man. I appreciate it. And I don't know if you guys know or not, but we have a grappling match coming up on the 23rd, right?
23rd, right?
23rd. And then, I seen you because I know Dom and I've seen you and I probably gave you a few dabs and stuff like that, but I've never officially talked to you. And I was like, man, how cool would it be if I can talk to you and then promote it and then, us have fun and whatever happens, you fucking throw me or submit me and whatever, and we'll still have a beer afterwards. How much
Absolutely.
fun would it be for us to have a conversation and then we get to know a little bit about you, man?
Yeah,
So
for sure.
thanks for coming, man.
Yeah,
I
thanks for
really
having me.
appreciate it. Thanks for giving me the time. But man, you are a black belt judo at judo.
Yes, yes, sir.
How long did you start training judo, and how long have you been training judo for?
The funny thing about the judo is I moved to Florida in 2013, and I had previously, as a white belt, had jumped into a Muay Thai Jiu-Jitsu gym, and I wanted to continue it. And I found a gym, but the Jiu-Jitsu instructor was MIA, and they had a judo instructor. In the beginning, I had really had no idea the difference of the two. And I remember the first 2 weeks of being thrown around. I'm thinking to myself, my brain was like, "What are you doing, bro? Like, why are we doing this?" But I stuck with it, and it just one of the most beautiful things that I could ever come into. And then it was until later on, getting underneath the traditional Brazilian jiu-jitsu instructor, I started to focus more on the jiu-jitsu. But I've been given a God-given talent for judo. I wish it just crossed over to jiu-jitsu because it doesn't.
That's because like when we were announced, like I said, Jada, do you have any like guys that are close to my size? I just want to have fun and I would like to do a super grappling match and I would love to do it with submission grappling series, because I love Jada and Jamie and I love them so much. They're family, combat night, like we have like this little tight knit family. And she's like, yeah, we got a bunch of guys. And I was like, all right, cool, man. I don't care. I just want to go in there and have fun and then drink a beer afterwards and
Yeah, yeah,
enjoy
for
the
sure.
show. And then she's like, how about Trevor Dunn? I'm like, Trevor Dunn. I'm like, oh, that's that. I saw I was there. I just got there when you were up from work and you threw the guy and you submitted him and stuff. I was like, yeah, man, he's looks like fun, man. That's great. Let's do it. Let's go. And so I didn't know anything about you. And then we follow each other. I'm like, oh shit, this guy's a fucking black belt in judo. That's what's up, man. So I was excited, man. So you've done a lot of judo competitions, and I see that you're an 8-time state champ.
Yes, in the 60-kilogram division.
Damn, that's freaking awesome, dude. Now, state champ for that organization, is that like judo's version of IBJJF, or is it like something different? Sorry, I
Yes,
ask a lot of questions because I don't know much about judo. So that is judo's version of the IBJJF. So it's like the highest of highs.
I wouldn't say it's the highest of highs. I want to
Okay.
say the highest of highs would be the Olympics, but there's four
Okay. Yeah,
bodies
you're right.
that,
You're right.
yes, there's four bodies that govern judo, and USA Judo is usually the one that is bringing in the junior Olympians, or um, breaking through to being recognized to be invited into those type of platforms. So yeah, it's a very prestigious organization. I would say that.
Man, that's dope. 8 years in a row or total?
Luckily enough, no, no, 8 years in a row.
That's pretty cool, man. That's a pretty big accomplishment, especially for you. Like you said, the highest of highs is Olympic level, right?
Yes, sir.
And but US. That's pretty dope, dude. That's like an
I
honor, man.
appreciate that.
I
Thank
can't
you.
wait to shake your hand, bro. Like, I can't wait to meet you, man. How old are you, Trevor? If you don't mind me asking.
I'm 35 years old.
35. All right, so you're like 2 years older than me. So we're
Okay.
old in this game, bro.
Yeah,
Damn. I
master's
hope
division, brother.
100% Masters division, bro. I was gonna do pans because I was telling Jada, I was like, hey, it's perfect because I'll be ready. I'll do pans and then I'll do the super match. But some stuff came up that I wasn't able to do pans. But I was gonna do Masters division. I did Masters Worlds in 2000, and it was cool, man. I only do IBJJF. You competed IBJJF before in other jiu-jitsu tournaments?
No, to tell you the truth, in the jujitsu realm, in the gi. local tournaments, Laleo code.
Yeah.
I was actually a very anti no gi grappler at first, coming from the gi and judo, and and the whole stigma of, oh, leg locks, you can't pass guard, da 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 da. And then I was kind of forced into, because I was with a gym with my cousin, and they're big on the no-gi, big on leg locks. So I was kind of like, oh, I guess. And then when I dabbled in it, I'm like, yo, this no-gi stuff is where it's at. So yeah, so the no-gi jiu-jitsu, I haven't competed at any high level in jiu-jitsu. I have just now started breaking into platform jiu-jitsu, being on stage, being in
Oh,
the
that's cool.
grappling industry, stuff like that.
Yeah, I'd never done any super matches or anything like that. I used to back in the day when I first started, um, this MMA world that we're in. I was like, man, I got to do jujitsu. So I did. I used to do a lot of jujitsu tournaments, but that's like probably like 10 years. You know what I'm saying? 10 years ago. So I haven't done anything until 2020 Worlds, and because it was here in Kissimmee, and then that's it, man. I never got a chance to do anything else. And then the funny part is, and I tell the story to everybody. When I first started jujitsu, there was only like one no gi class, right? So we would do the local tournaments like De La Hiva and Copa and all that stuff, and I would sign up for both, right? I'll do gi and no gi, and then since I'm small, shit, they fucking put like three divisions in together. So I'm
Yeah,
going,
yeah, for
I'm
sure.
going up against these heavy ass dudes, man. But the funny part is, although I only trained no gi one time a week and I was full into gi, I did well no gi, right? I placed like I got silver in no gi versus gi. Sometimes I'd even place at all. You know what I'm saying? And then I always wonder, I'm like, how the fuck is that possible? Like I train 5 days a week in a gi, 1 day a week in no gi, and I do better in no gi. So I always found that funny, man, and that's just weird, man. Just combat sports is it's a little weird. So now, do you only train jujitsu or do you get your judo in? I know you run your class, right? You're an instructor in your school, right?
Yes, I teach. I do teach.
So where do you teach?
I teach the Brazilian jiu-jitsu. I've shown a little bit of the judo, but unfortunately, I can make the own argument for the art that I love the most. The
Hmm.
takedowns are worth 2 points in the jiu-jitsu
Hmm.
world. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? And it's a high risk, high reward. I would
Yeah.
actually, to tell the truth, wrestling um, is, I would say, much more par with jujitsu in the direction that it's going right now.
Hmm.
But being crossed from judo into jujitsu, um, a lot of the basic aspects of it has really skyrocketed my jujitsu.
Oh,
So
that's
I'm not.
dope. And where do you teach?
I was teaching at Elite Muay Thai Jiu Jitsu,
Okay.
but I have recently relocated to New Smyrna Beach Brazilian Jiu Jitsu.
Oh, with Rory.
Yeah, with Rory.
Rory, man, I love Rory. Rory's a good dude, man.
Yeah, they're a good group of guys over there.
Oh, that's awesome, man. Yeah, yeah, that's cool, man. I wasn't aware of that. That's pretty dope.
So,
Rory's a good dude. Yeah,
I'm
sorry, I didn't mean to
sorry.
cut you. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go
No,
ahead.
but the teaching the judo, I would like to teach more judo, but it's hard. It's a rough
Yeah.
sport, and I can teach you the moves, but I can't teach you corazon. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah,
can't.
yeah, yeah.
You need a little
Yeah.
bit of heart, and you need a few screws loose to do such a high impact art.
Yeah, cuz practicing but I think doing judo is good for jiu-jitsu because I don't know about now, but when I started jiu-jitsu, it was like real fundamentals. Shoot, we did break falls for like maybe a month, learn how to break fall. It was like different classes. There was like fundamentals jujitsu, and you had to do that for a certain amount of weeks or get a stripe, and then you could do like advanced jujitsu. Some gyms are just boom, first day of class, this guy off the street trying his first class, and boom, we're doing barambolos or fucking whatever the new guys are doing, right? Straight the rolls to a leg lock, and I'm like, damn, like that didn't fly when I started.
Right.
Um, but I feel like judo, break falls like goes hand in hand with jujitsu. But you're right, the way that everything is changing now is more wrestling based. that is, better for the jiu-jitsu guys or even MMA guys too. But I feel like the wrestling guys, they go wrestling, judo, and then jiu-jitsu, or sometimes they do wrestling, jiu-jitsu, and then judo. But there's a big community out there for like judo guys that are wrestling based
Yeah, yeah,
first,
for sure.
and that's pretty cool. I saw something that you posted the other day is for your ticket sales, you're gonna donate it to the Halifax Humane Society.
Yes, yes,
So
absolutely.
tell me a little bit about that.
So for a month, I was going down to Halifax Humane Society, and I wanted to find not just a dog. I didn't just want a dog. I want almost like a best friend type of
Hmm.
dog. And but I wanted to be like a good book where the book jumps out at me and I jump at the book. We both choose each other, right? So I was going
Yeah.
down there, I was giving the dog treats, taking them for walks, and there was a few dogs that I was like, "Man, I really like this dog," but I didn't feel that type of reciprocating feeling.
Hmm.
There was a dog. He's Cane Corso and Staffordshire. So he's got a big head, big chest. He can look intimidating, and he had been there for a while. And so even I, in the beginning, I was a bit intimidated by him. But just like with people, with animals, like okay, it's being this way while it's in the cage. But let me see how much of a tough guy is outside of the cage. And I took him for a walk, and he was just the biggest lovable goofball. You know what I'm saying? So like I saved him from the environment, and he saved me in a way. And the relationship that I have now with this dog, his name's Ace. I'm very grateful. And if it wasn't for the people and the organization for that, I wouldn't have never been able to have that opportunity. So because they had blessed me with an opportunity, I want to pay back the again opportunity that they presented by me allowing to even meet this dog in the first place.
Man, that's pretty dope because I saw you posted that and I was like, that's a perfect question for me to ask him. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use your link. So if anybody wants to watch me compete and watch our grappling match, I'm gonna
Wow.
post I'm gonna post your link. That way, you do your thing and you can donate to the Halifax Humane Society. I figured
Wow, man,
it's
I
the
really appreciate
yeah.
that.
So I'm gonna start doing that. And I figure it's the least that I can do, man. I've heard great things about you. Nothing but nice things, man. And
Yeah, you as well, man.
so it's the least that I can do, brother. And it's funny because like I was thinking about it and I was like sleeping. I was like, man, I don't know if he's gonna be down to talk to me because I don't know how how like I didn't know how you would be because some people like take. I'm not disrespecting nobody,
No, I don't. Yeah.
competition is competition, but some people take this like this grappling like to like you know
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
what I'm saying. And I'm
I'm
like,
picking up what you're putting down.
and me, like, I'm like, man, like, this is great. Of course, we're gonna be competitive. Obviously, I'm gonna try to win. You're gonna try to
Yeah,
win. We're gonna
yeah.
go and do our thing. But like, for me, this is fun. And I was like, damn. I was like telling my wife, I'm like, man, you think he's gonna want to talk to me? Like, she's like, I don't know how he is. I'm like, I don't know. I've heard he's nice, but I don't know if he's like super competitive and he's gonna be like, fuck that guy. I don't want to talk to him. Fuck him. I'll see him at this, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, man, I hope he's not like that, But I think this is cool, man. I think this is a first, man. When have you seen two people that are about to compete against each other, communicate with each other, interview each other, and talk to each other?
Yeah,
And
right.
I think it's unique, right? And I think submission grappling series can share this and stuff like that. But yo, tell me where we can find you, man, on all your social medias, and I don't know if you see my show, but I like to do a little editing and put it across the screen as you
Oh, cool.
tell us where to
Appreciate
find
that.
you.
Yeah, so right now I'm on Instagram as I'm so Trevi Trev. That's my main social media page that I really use um, to capitalize on what you were just saying. Jiu-jitsu is for everybody.
Yeah.
Jiu-jitsu has really saved my mental health, my physical health. Um, it has taken me out of a really dark place from years ago. Jiu-jitsu is for everyone. Everyone should be doing jiu-jitsu. Young, old, women, men. It doesn't matter. Yes, I do. I am very competitive. I will play Mario Smash Brothers with a kid, and I will not let you win. Like no, like that's not happening.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
all that unnecessary aggression or
Yeah,
oh he's my enemy type of thing. Nah, like
yeah,
no, we all do that. We all community, all family underneath the umbrella of jujitsu. When it comes to competition, you're gonna want to win. I'm gonna want to win. But at the end of the day, we're still a brother or sister
yeah,
in jujitsu. So
yeah. I feel that. You know, even with MMA, bro, like I've been blessed to have a lot of great opponents, real respectful opponents, you know. So it was like never no beef. Like my last opponent, he talked here and there, you know, but it didn't get too personal. Like, but you know, he just wanted to fight me as a pro because we fought as an amateur. And like so he would say things here and there, but it was always like it was genuine, you know what I'm saying? It was some real stuff. So the way I approached fighting was like I always wanted to do it since I was a kid, you know, like people always look down on me and stuff like that. So I just want to prove everything wrong. So the way I approach jujitsu is, yeah, I want to be a world champion. You know, like that's my goal. Like I want to be a world champion, eventually get my brown belt and my black belt. But it's like different, you know, because fighting was it for me. You know, whether it was boxing or MMA, and something I always wanted to do. Jujitsu just came along, and I learned how to do an armbar, and I didn't like the ground stuff because I was, you know, typical striker, right? Like, oh,
yeah, yeah,
fuck the ground. And then I learned how to do an armbar and I pulled it off like and it worked and I was like, oh shit, this shit works. And then I fell in love with jujitsu.
yeah,
And then, you know, sometimes with gyms and there's like gym politics and all that stuff. So I hated jujitsu. Just like
yeah,
you.
yeah.
Like you said, I felt back in love with jujitsu and it changed me. And I credit that to two people. My best friend, El Jitsu, El Acevedo, who's a black belt. Renato Tavares Association. That's like my brother right there. Um, him and my current coach, Dave Lozen out of Dark Wolf
Yeah,
MMA.
yeah.
Um, he brought me back to putting on the fucking gi because I didn't put on the gi for a long time because I hated it. I had
Right.
issues, and I resolved all those issues. You know, I'm friends with everybody again in my past, but there was a time, a period where I was like, man, fuck gi jujitsu, fuck that. And you know, so thank you, David Lozen and L for bringing the love back in jiu-jitsu. And now I try to put on the gi shit as much as I can, bro. Like my last fight camp, I made sure I had on a gi. And I tell all my friends, like, yo, okay, I know you're training MMA, but man, put on the gi, put on the gi. It's like, oh, I don't train, I don't want to put on a gi. I'm not gonna grab. It's like, bro, you're not gonna grab nobody. But I feel like with the gi, it's I don't know how to explain it. I feel like when you train with the gi, your fundamentals are even more. I don't know if that probably doesn't make sense. It is an unprofessional breakdown, but to me, training in a gi is important because obviously we don't have nothing to grab when we go and get when we do no gi. But I feel
Right.
like all the drilling in gi sets us up for success in no gi. But that's the way I feel about that. But
Yeah, absolutely.
man, Trev, thanks so much for spending 19 minutes talking to me. I don't want to take out of your day, and I actually got to go pick up my oldest kid. But yo, thank you so much.
Thank
Any
you.
shout outs? You want to give a shout out to anybody? Any current sponsors or any homies, family?
Uh, First, I want to give out shout out to you and your
Thank you.
unprofessional live streams and YouTube page.
Thanks, man.
Thank you again. Shout out to Submission Grappling Series for us even being able to meet each other, have this match. Retro
Yeah,
Grappler for the beautiful rash guards that they're so graciously give their athletes. Uh, New Smyrna Beach, thanks for taking me on, letting me teach at your locations, and to the audience, thank you guys for turning in and you know really it's you guys watching is what gives us the inspiration and the drive to even get in there and train and sweat and bleed and do everything that we do. So
yeah.
to everybody, thank you.
Awesome. Well, enjoy the rest of your day. I'll let you know when this is gonna be up, and thank you very much, man. I hope you have a good day.
You
Peace.
as well, appreciate it.